Hi, my name is Brian and I'm a network engineer here at MS High-Tech. Today we're going to be discussing a pretty commonly requested setting on the Ewon Flexy. Typically, Flexys are added to an existing industrial network for remote access and or used as a cellular gateway for some edge devices. In the setting on screen, they've added the Ewon to an existing industrial network. By default, it will only allow non-VPN traffic in one direction, from the Flexy's LAN, the green section on the picture, to the Flexy's WAN, the blue lines on the picture. Usually this would be the industrial network. This works great in most cases, but what happens if you need access to a PLC behind the Flexy from the office or production areas? Say your customer's HMI is on the other side of the warehouse and the PLC is behind the Flexy. I'll be showing you how to resolve such an issue in this video. You can access your Ewon in any method you choose, but you'll need to get to its web UI. I recommend eBuddy if you are plugged directly into it, or eCatcher if it's already set up with Ewon's Talk to M service. I already know the IP address of my Ewon, so I'll just be connecting to it directly. But no matter what method you use, the instructions will be the same once you access the web interface. Go ahead and log into your Ewon. On the left-hand side, you can see there are a list of settings. But before we go there, double-check your summary page to make sure you know your IP addresses. My Ewon's WAN IP is on a 10.10.10 subnet, and my Ewon's LAN IP is a 192.168.254 subnet. These are important, so keep them in mind. But you can always come back and check later on the summary page. On the left-hand side, go to System. Then, under System, Communication, and in the new submenu, look for Routing. At the bottom of the page, you'll see a section for NAT one-to-one. Go ahead and enable that, and you'll see more options pop up. Make sure mapping is set NAT one-to-one on WAN, and then you will have the option to fill in your different devices. The first column is the device's LAN IP address. This is the IP address the device is using, and is the IP address as the Ewon sees it. The mapped IP is an IP address that you will assign. This IP address needs to do two things: follow the IP scheme of the Ewon's WAN, and be unique. We already know the Ewon's WAN is on that 10.10.10 subnet, and I know that .22 is free, so I'm going to assign it as such. The third column is to help you keep track of which IP belongs to what device. It doesn't affect the network settings. In my case, it's a Raspberry Pi, so I'm going to call it Pi. Once you've filled that in, go ahead and hit Update down at the bottom of the screen. If you scroll up to the top, you'll see a green bar. That means it's finished making those changes. There's one more setting we have to make in order for this to work. On the left-hand submenu, go to the Security section. On the Security section, under WAN Protection, you'll want to do all traffic on WAN connection. It says no protection because there is now no protection from the WAN side of the Ewon. It's allowing traffic through. This setup should only be used when the Ewon is plugged into an already secure network. You'll also want to check WAN IP forwarding. Once those have been checked, go ahead and click Update. You'll see the green bar again, and then you'll need to reboot your device. You can do this from the bottom of the left-hand menu. As you can see, my IP address is 10.10.10.20. which means I'm on the Ewon's WAN network. I should be able to ping my Pi now, at least once the Ewon reboots itself. So we'll give it a minute. As you can see, I am now getting responses from my Pi, even though it's behind the Ewon. Now, if this was my PLC, an HMI would have to communicate with this IP address in order to work, but you would still be able to get through your Ewon. I hope this video was very helpful for you. For more information on IoT and industrial networking products, visit our website at msitech.com. Thank you.